This is going to be an interesting video. Welcome back, guys, to another Kruzadar vid. Welcome. I'm Kruz, aka Kruzadar. I hope you guys are doing great today. We are going to be in for an interesting ride today. I figured we'd start a new series, some story time stuff. I know it's been something that's been like pretty hot requested and things like that. Plus, I want to do more IRL dedicated YouTube content as I'm able to put my time a little bit elsewhere now. So fun things, obviously, on top of the gaming content. So I'm really excited. We're getting close to almost like daily content uploading as well, which is fantastic. I'm very excited for it. So I went ahead and I tweeted out some topic ideas, and I got a response of what one of my favorite memories with my partner, aka my boyfriend Taylor, is. And the first thing that popped into my head, it's a funny memory. I don't know if I'd say it. I guess it's a favorite in the sense that it's very ironic and funny, but I will, I've told on stream numerous times. It's really, it's bad, but it's funny on the same token. So I figured as we go, I will goofy draw in MS Paint, because I don't really like sitting full cam too much most of the time. I have to guess all the time where I'm looking at my camera, as YouTube's different than stream. I'm used to looking at my monitor where OBS and everything is, so I don't, you know, knock into my freaking mic all the time, because that's what happens if I don't at least keep it in my peripheral vision. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit better at looking at the camera thing. I can't look directly at it. It's really weird, things like that. But yeah, so we'll do a little story time. But this story topic, the story time, is going to be over the one and only time I got blackout drunk. And I will never get blackout drunk again because of it. I had never had the intent to. I got a little bit carried away, and thankfully I was, you know, with Taylor and whatnot. But be smart about when you're drinking. Blackout drinking is very overrated. I knew it was, and it was accidental. So that's going to be my little warning on that topic. It does not make you cool or anything like that. So I was visiting Taylor in 16, I think it was 16, no, maybe it was 17, I forget exactly which. I was visiting Taylor, and I was pretty good. I had been pretty good about holding my liquor and whatnot. You know, I drink at family events kind of thing, and you know, because that's in a lot of states you can try alcohol or under their supervision and whatnot. My family's pretty heavily German and Italian and whatnot, so, you know, tasting wine a little bit, sipping and things like that is super common, right? Well, anyway, so I thought I was fine. Well, we go and we're hanging out. So I fly in. So if you don't know, I'm from this good old state of, this is my really shit drawing, Illinois. This is gonna go so bad. And this is my remnants of my memory of Washington. So Washington, this is not for scale, so bear with me here. We're gonna have it go off the map, and the rest of the US is obviously a lot bigger, and but yeah, so this is the map of, you know, I was living in Illinois, and Taylor was living out in Washington, like Portland area. So I would fly, I take my little plane, and I went out here, and I flew to see Taylor. Because we used to do, if you don't know, and I can do a story time on that as well if you guys are curious, feel free to let me know down below. Taylor and I did long distance. I never had planned to do long distance or anything, and neither had he, and it just happened and whatnot. And so we did that for a year and a half. But anyway, so during that year and a half, I visited Taylor, and we were all ready for New Year's Eve. So it was me. I can't find my brush tool. I love my MS Paint. So it was me, and I had long blonde hair at the time. So we'll do my little long blonde hair. Here I am, and then there's Taylor, and then we have Cody. Cody's here. Nice. This is not going well, son of a bitch. I don't even know what I do with their legs. His knee is like bending. I'm sorry, Cody. And then Cody's girlfriend at the time. And so we're all hanging out. You know, it's New Year's Eve and we're drinking and whatnot, and Taylor's like, oh yeah, I'm really cool. I'm Mr. I can drink a lot, you know. And me being the competitive son of a bitch that I am, you know, Taylor literally not trying to make a competition, just, you know, giving me a heads up that I shouldn't keep up with him, and, you know, being kind of cocky about it. And so I said, you fucking bet. I'm like determined too. I'm like up in his face, and I'm telling him. And Taylor's like, you know, rolling his eyes and He's like, yeah, right, you know, fucking, there's no need to do this, and I'm over here like, I will, I am, you don't have no idea, I know how to drink, you will not beat me. So we go on throughout the night, and we're having a good time, you know, just having our little shots. You know, we have our table, we're in the kitchen, and we're hanging out, and we play a little bit, like, I think we played some beer pong stuff, and yeah, we did. So we had a little beer pong going on. Taylor and I are on a team, and Cody and his girlfriend are on a team. I'm trying my best here, okay? I'm trying to not be too slow. You know, there's me being my little competitive self, and then we got Taylor. So we're playing beer pong. And I feel like I did pretty well from what I remember. Better than I like literally never play beer pong, but you know that fucking softball arm, man. I tell you what. I tell you what. So that was the night. Well, Taylor's like, you know, ends up going like, oh God, I really gotta pee. You know, kind of. I just remember him being like, I really gotta take a piss. So you know, Taylor leaves to go take a piss, and I remember Cody at the beginning of the night. He told us, you know, we were all at the bar before we like really got into drinking and everything. Cody's here, Taylor's here. His girlfriend and I are hanging out on the other side of the bar. The kitchen. Well, I call it a bar. It's the kitchen counter. And Cody, I remember him saying, he goes, the shot glasses that we have here are not single shot. Or actually, Taylor's was the only single shot. But he goes, the other shot glasses we have they're not single shots, the glasses, they are double. He said, so just count when you're drinking and be smart. When Taylor went to the bathroom, I think I was 4 shots deep with him. And I also was having a mixed drink while we were playing the beer pong, the water pong. I think I made myself a margarita or something. I forget exactly what it was. But oh, I think it was vodka soda. I think it was vodka soda. That's what it was. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it definitely was vodka, because this night is literally why I wouldn't drink vodka again. Oh my God. Yeah, it was. That was the night. Okay, so this is why this is also why I wouldn't drink vodka again. Oh my God, it's all coming back. So Taylor goes to the bathroom. Taylor goes to the door. Here's the bathroom, you know, down the hallway. And then here's the kitchen counter. And Cody's like hanging out. We're hanging out, and his girlfriend's like chilling and drinking and whatnot. And I go, I'm over here. Like, I'm at the bar, and I'm like, you know, I'm pointing, and I go, and I'm still I'm like very coherent still at this point. And I make a comment regarding, well, like, well, that bastard's gone, I'm going to get ahead. So I do, like, I forgot that they're double shot glasses, okay? So they're like 2. I take like 3 shots while Taylor's in the bathroom. Okay, so I've had, and keep in mind, this was not over like a really quick time span, like the initial drinking and whatnot. This was during, you know, hours, right? But I took 3 after already being fairly intoxicated. I took another like 3 shots. I think it was 3. It could have been 2. I'm pretty certain I took around 3 though. No, I just literally remember doing it though, and Cody being like, you know, sweating, like, you know, yeah. He's like, you know, like, yeah, kind of like kind of concerned that I just like, you know, he's like scratching his head. He's like, I don't know if that was a good idea. So I just remember him being like, Taylor comes out, and, you know, and we're hanging out, and you know, so some cute music comes on, and we're drinking a little bit more throughout the night, and it hits me. We're slow dancing. I just, you know, cute music came on, and New Year's Eve kiss and stuff, you would be all cute. And I just like deadpan. I'm like, oh fuck. I literally remember making the comment like, I think I drank too much. and Taylor is like, he's like, we had the same amount. And I'm like, and I make a comment. I'm like, I thought I was, you know, me being the dumbass that I am, I said, I thought I was fine and I got ahead while you were in the bathroom. And Taylor's like, okay, we'll go from here. I said, I don't want to black out. I said, there might be a chance. I said, I've never felt like I'm going to. I think I might black out. You know, I was like, I'm very drunk. I'm a bit concerned right now. So, anyways, that's when the night goes black. The night goes black. I remember in and out waking up, vomiting on the toilet. I am hardcore vomiting, all right? My poor self my fucking self. I don't know. Yeah, got sick, and I'm throwing up on the toilet. And Taylor, bless his soul, pulled my hair up, pulling my hair, and he's holding it, right? While I'm fucking vomiting, like I'm like fucking crazy on the toilet. But you know, he helped. He took care of me, and I don't remember anything after that. I woke up, you know, in bed. He fucking burrito blanketed me so tight, and it wasn't bad. It was super cute. So like, you know, Taylor's got his like bed sheets here. Here's his regular bed sheet, literally like cased. I'm cased in here. I wake up, like I become coherent. I'm not blackout anymore, and I'm like, what happened? So Taylor and I have been dating for a few months at this point. Taylor's like, you got sick. He's like, and Taylor's like sweating, and I don't know why he's like sweating. Okay, and I said my foot hurts. Okay, my feet stick it out. I said, why does my foot hurt? And Taylor's like, huh? Taylor's like, what do you mean your foot hurts? He's like Taylor, you know, Taylor stopped sweating. You know, Taylor was sweating. He's no longer sweating. He's like, why does you, what do you mean your foot hurts? I'm like, well, what happened? I said, you're not panicking anymore. He goes, when you passed out, I had to carry you, you know, because I like originally was down, you know, I walked myself upstairs and then I threw up in his bathroom. And he's like, well, you passed out, so I had to lift you to the bedroom. I'm like, what do you mean? But Taylor explains to me, after I tell him that my foot hurts, he goes, you know, Taylor starts sweating again. Scratching his head. He's like, well, you know, I had to lift you to the bed, right? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, well, there's the doorway. I said, where is this going? So Taylor, think of like you can't see through this wall, but I'm going, for the sake of this video, Taylor lifts me up. I'm gonna just put my fucking head. I'm essentially fucking dead at this point. You know, I'm slumped. I'm full slump. I'm knocked out. You know, I'm drunk. I'm very drunk. I look like a lizard. You know what? Just because, for the sake of it, we're gonna, you know, lizard Maddie. Taylor said, he goes, I went to lift you up and take you out to the bedroom. He goes, I forgot to turn you sideways. So this door frame, this thick ass beam, Taylor goes to take me out on the other side, fucking bonks my whole noggin, okay? Bonks my noggin on... It's like, you know when they, like, you guys, like, he's like, you know those videos of the dogs with the sticks when they go to take him through the door? He did that, and he goes, he just was panicking. He thought I would, like, maybe had, like, left a lump on my head or knocked out. My head did not hurt the next day. My head never hurt. I don't know. He said he hit me from my head pretty hard on accident, taking it through the door frame. And I was like, well, it worked out. It's fine. It's not like it was intentional. But he brought over, you know, I'm like, you know, I'm kind of like, you know, what the fuck? Like, well, thank you. I was like, thank you for moving me. But I was, you know, kind of concerned. I was like, oh, fuck, what the fuck, man, you know? So I'm in bed, and it's like, did anything else happen? It's fine, because Taylor and I plan to get married and stuff, but I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. So did anything else happen? He's like, you told me you loved me. I was literally, like, was ready. I'm like fighting back tears in my eyes. I literally never wanted to say that in that scenario. I was so upset. I'm pretty certain I cried later at night, like when we both went to bed, like at 3 in the morning, when he was like that. Like, I was so fucking upset. He'll journal sometimes, and I saw that so when he left the bedroom, I read his journal, and he was actually like really happy about it. He's like, you know, it's not really the circumstance I expected, sort of thing. But he's like, I was very happy to hear it. And, you know, wasn't sure when the right time to tell me it was, and you know, man, I shouldn't have snuck it and read it, but I was, you know, I was nervous. I was like, he's not gonna tell me. You know, me with like, you know, mortified, like, tears in my eyes and, like, little sleep that I would, because I just did something so stupid. You know, I'm like, oh, I'm like, bless his soul, you know, my little hard eyes. I'm like, thank God, that was so awkward. Little squiggly arms of panic. And, the next day, Cody and Taylor were, like, offered to clean the trash can that they lent me. this thing was gross. So I had a trash can I was throwing up in, and then also like the toilet. And I looked at it and it smelled awful. Like I did not want to touch it. My stomach wasn't feeling good. Like nothing, right? Well, I was like, dude, that's so embarrassing. It's like I blacked out and I didn't mean to. Thankfully, like I said I love you while I was drunk to Taylor. Thankfully, again, everything was like fine. But on top of that, this shit fucking stunk, and they got food, and you know, I was like no. I was so embarrassed already. I was like no, I'll do it. I was like, I said, this is my trash can. This is my trash can now. I am taking care of it. I said, you will not. I'm like, no. So I had to go outside. Here's the house, and they have the garage, and there's a little spigot it shoots water out of, and so I'm like trying to, you know, as the neighbors are like watching, I'm like, okay, me and this bucket we're doing this. This is me in the bucket now. So me doing the bucket cleaning of shame is going on outside. Yeah, me and my Dawn soap are outside. I'm mortified, you know, just like a fucking... Like, I remember thinking, like, I don't know what's worse, the walk of shame or, like, the bucket cleaning of shame. That I've got to do after a rough night. But yes, one of the many stories of Tay and I. Probably, like, really one of my favorite. It's funniest. It's embarrassing, it's funny, and all that jazz, but... Yeah, we're 5.5 years strong now, you know, but hope you guys enjoyed my little story time, and it wasn't too long, but hopefully it was enjoyable. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know if there's any other topics you guys want me to do, if you want me to do some stuff on how Taylor and I met, and whatnot. If you liked me drawing in my horrible speed drawings in MS Paint, I know it's not like draw my life or like fancy any fancy animation stuff, but I figured maybe this would be kind of funny as I'm telling stuff as we go and all that. Make sure to hit the sub button if you like this video, or if you like any of the other videos on the channel. Highly recommend it. There's a bunch of content that we put out regularly, a bunch of varieties of content. All my social media is the same as my YouTube name here. It's Kruzadar, Kruzadar. Feel free to check all that out. I have a VOD channel and a clips channel and what have you. So feel free to sub to those as well if you want to see some shorter clips and things like that. But thank you guys seriously so much for watching. Leave a thumbs up if you want to see more content like this, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good one, Stinkies. Bye!